Right now, the Evansville School District is turning to voters as it faces a budget deficit, while we're seeing more school districts rely on voters for help.
Also, surprising news out of England as Buckingham Palace reveals King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer.
And later, this early trend of warm weather could have negative impacts on your plants, what you can do to protect them. You're watching News 3 Now at 6. When you're marking your ballot this spring, the odds are you'll find yourself voting on a school referendum because there are dozens of them across the state up for a vote in April.
Our Maddie Heimsch tells us why those ballot questions are growing more popular every year.
Why are so many schools facing budget deficits and looking to voters for assistance? The answer lies far beyond the walls of the classroom. I spoke with Tom Parsons, budget manager for the Evansville Community School District. Evansville is proposing an operational referendum this spring. They're facing a $2.1 million budget deficit.
Well, I don't want anyone to think that this is an Evansville issue or an Evansville problem. Unfortunately, it is statewide.
Parsons said if you feel like there's more referenda than there used to be, you're right. And it all comes down to state law.
The way the funding is really set up in the current state, it makes it very difficult for schools to continue to grow not only their programs, but then also just maintaining with inflation costs.
In 1993, a revenue limit was placed on schools. The referendum option was introduced, leaving schools to rely on taxpayer funds if they were looking to exceed the limit. In 2009, that limit stopped adjusting to inflation.
And so the inflation of expenses and the inflation of revenue are not in alignment, and that disconnect continues to grow.
In 2000, referendum-approved spending totaled $32 million across the state. In 2010, that number grew to $180 million, and in 2023, $650 million. Since 1993, 80% of school districts have utilized a referendum, and so far, more than 50 schools have confirmed they will be proposing one this year. Reporting in Rock County, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Now to continuing coverage out of Dodge County, where authorities are looking for a missing inmate. Jennifer Peterson left the jail over the weekend for a medical visit and did not return. She was last seen in a red Ford Edge SUV at the Marshfield Clinic in Beaver Dam. The vehicle was believed to be returning to Juneau, but deputies say Peterson never reported back to the jail. If you have any information on where she may be, you're asked to call Dodge County's non-emergency line. And a cash bond of $10,000 has been set for a Madison man charged in a deadly hit-and-run crash. Jules Tugnataman is charged with hit-and-run involving death in connection with a crash that occurred late on the night of January 26th along the Beltline at Fish Hatchery Road. Jaitaja Graham was killed in that crash. An arrest warrant was issued for Tugnataman on January 30th. Madison police say he turned himself in on February 2nd.
A fire in Beloit forced a family from their home. The fire department responded to the 500 block of Vernon Avenue just after midnight. Officials are still trying to determine the cause for the fire. Damage is estimated at $40,000 to the home and items inside. The Red Cross is assisting the family. Well, it is feeling more like spring than winter right now. Let's check the first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
And today it really depended on where you are. I mean, east of Madison, temperatures are a little bit above normal, but we are underneath cloud cover. West of Madison, it was a different story. And take a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. We started out with clear skies this morning. Then these clouds started to roll in from the east, and there were some areas of fog that lasted for a little bit, dropping visibilities almost to zero. And then just as quickly, the fog kind of receded. The clouds did too. They moved off to the east, and the west side of Madison was in bright sunshine all day long today. Take a look at visibilities right now. Some fog starting to form up in the Fox Valley. That will gradually spread to the south and east. We'll see some fog overnight. Low temperatures this morning, kind of chilly, although still above normal. 20 for the low in Madison, 18 degrees in Lone Rock, 21 in the Dells. Take a look at the high temperatures, though. Where there were clouds, temperatures were in the 30s. That's from Madison on toward the east. West of Madison, a different story. 54 for the high in Boscobel. La Crosse, 52 degrees and bright sunshine. So right now, the temperatures are still trying to catch up, but it's still in the upper 40s in Boscobel, mainly in the 40s, west Dane County. From Madison eastward, temperatures are in the upper 20s to around 30, and these will hold nearly steady overnight. Right now, Madison at 28 degrees, 30 degrees in Middleton. Otherwise, look for temperatures to remain nearly steady, near 30 degrees, give or take a degree or two as skies become cloudy. And we'll probably even see some patchy fog by late this evening. Later on, I'll take a look at the prospects of setting some record temperatures later this week.
Gary, thank you. To England now, where King Charles III has been diagnosed with cancer and is undergoing treatment. During that time, the king will step back from public-facing duties. A royal source says it is not prostate cancer, but did not elaborate further on the diagnosis. diagnosis. The news comes after the 75-year-old monarch underwent a procedure for an enlarged prostate last month.
I don't know the exact details why they would say he will have no public facing. I think in most cases, it's so he can use all of his energy to fight this cancer. Cancer is a war, and the war can have a very good outcome, but it is a war.
Buckingham Palace said the king personally called both of his sons, Harry and the Duke of Essex, and William, the Prince of Wales, to share the health news. CBS News has confirmed Harry did speak with his father and will be traveling to the UK to see him in the coming days.
It is one of the most common childhood disorders, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. But some experts say misinformation about the disorder on social media may put some people at risk. Clinical psychiatrist Dr. Anthony Yang and his colleagues started studying ADHD videos posted on social media. This after noticing more patients coming in for help with focus and concentration. Well, Dr. Yang says the research revealed more than half of the top 100 most popular videos at the time posted on ADHD had misleading information about the disorder. Their concern is that more people are diagnosing themselves with ADHD and getting treatment they may not even need.
If everybody starts identifying themselves as having ADHD, if like 10% becomes 20%, becomes 30, becomes 50, becomes 60%, then really what is the disorder that we're talking about here? Where are we drawing the line?
The CDC says ADHD diagnosis is a process with several steps. The first is to reach out to a healthcare provider to find out if the symptoms fit the diagnosis. That can be a psychologist, psychiatrist, or your primary care provider.
Right now, UW-Madison celebrating the anniversary of the university's first day of class ever. It was February 5th, 1849. Just 20 students gathered in UW's temporary quarters near the Capitol for the first ever class. Fast forward now 175 years, the campus with more than 50,000 students, and they were invited to gather at the Union or dining halls for free cake and ice cream. The festivities will last until 8:30 tonight.
Well, the first round of voting for Madison Magazine's 43rd annual Best of Madison poll is still underway, and you can nominate any of your local favorites like Eric in a wide variety of categories. Those include food, arts and entertainment, fitness, and more. You can vote once a day in each category until the end of this month. Find more details on how to cast your vote on channel3000.com.
Appreciate it.
Well, there is still more time, more than a week left to nominate a local veteran for the Spirit of Service Award. We are teaming up with Vortex to recognize a veteran making a positive impact in their community. To nominate someone, just find the story on channel3000.com. Then fill out a form explaining why your veteran makes your community a great place to live. Share what you know about their service and how the cash prize would help enrich their lives. The winning veteran will get $5,000. Nominations run through February 16th, and then voting will begin on the 26th. The winner being announced on News 3 Now this morning on March 11th. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, how Dane County employees are getting 2 extra days off.
Plus, the Girl Scouts are gearing up for this year's cookie season, when you'll be able to get your hands on your favorite kind. Stay with us.
Watching News 3 Now at 6. Brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts. Furniture for living. Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture, ETC.
Score great savings on your next project now at Menards. Menards is your plumbing headquarters. We carry everything you need to transform your bathroom for the new year. We've got a great selection of lighting, vanities, hardware, and bathroom accessories to make a statement with your bathroom design. Get hot water when you need it with a Richmond water heater. These tankless water heaters save you money on energy costs and have a great warranty. All Richmond tankless water heaters are on sale.
Save big money at Menards.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts. Furniture for living. Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture, etc.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Dane County employees will now get the second Monday in October as a paid day off. This after the county board approved adding Indigenous Peoples Day as an official county holiday. Juneteenth was also codified as an official county holiday. That means county offices will be closed on both days as a result of the updated ordinance. Dane County first recognized Juneteenth as a paid holiday for employees in 2020, but the recent resolution will codify that holiday in county statutes. The cost at the pump is going back up. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular is $3.15. That is a 4-cent hike from last month. On the plus side, it's also a 35-cent drop from this time last year. The average for a gallon in Dane County is $2.85. Analysts say the recent increase is likely caused by rising oil costs and a higher demand from drivers.
Good news for Girl Scout cookie fans. According to the Badgerland Girl Scouts, prices will stay at $5 a box this year. That news comes as the Scouts prepare for the start of cookie season. That's when you'll be able to see booths set up around the community. All cookie proceeds stay local and benefit Badgerland Girl Scouts. Cookie season will run from March 2nd through April 7th. Burger King is giving you a chance at a life-changing prize through a burger. The fast food chain announcing its $1 Million Whopper contest. Customers can submit their own ingredients for the classic sandwich that made its debut back in 1957. There are more than 200,000 possible customized combinations for a Whopper, but applicants can only choose up to 8 possible toppings. Once the Dream Whopper is confirmed, customers can submit their recipe. The deadline for the contest, March 17th. For more information, you can go to Burger King's website. Still ahead, why parking will be easier for fans at American Family Field for Brewers games this upcoming season.
Plus, how is the unseasonably warm weather impacting plant life in the area? We hear from an expert on how you can protect your plants.
And just how warm will it get this week? Gary's back. His complete forecast after a short break.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
Did you know that 53% of your home's heat is lost through the walls and attic? That's why your house is so cold every winter. USA Premium Foam Insulation in your walls keeps the cold air out and your warm air in. Our foam is up to 35% more efficient than traditional insulation, and it gets into places other insulations can't. We've made over 100,000 homes more comfortable. Stop freezing and start saving with USA Insulation.
USA Insulation.
I really love what you and Martha have done with the place. That sofa and this chair, it's amazing.
I can't lie. It was all Martha and Steinhoffel's. Check out the table. Solid wood like my molars.
We cannot tell a lie. It's Steinhoffel's best President's Day sale ever. With our 60-month financing, your new room just got more affordable.
And the rug, it ties the whole room together.
Another year of yo-yo dieting? Not this year. Hit reset and make a permanent change with permanent fat removal by Sono Bello.
With Sono Bello, day 1, all my unwanted body fat gone.
These are my favorite pair of jeans that I couldn't even button up.
Look how flat my stomach is. I couldn't believe it was just gone.
I saw the results immediately.
And this is the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
Real women everywhere are transforming their bodies permanently. Sono Bello is not a fad diet or boot camp workout. It's a simple, proven way to remove stubborn body fat permanently and in just one visit.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
If you are looking for physical results and positive emotional results, please run, don't walk to your nearest Sono Bello.
Ready to hit reset? Find out how you can save $250 off instantly. Call now or go to sonobello.com.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Most of us can agree the recent warm-up has felt nice after last month's deep freeze, but long-term it may not be the best for your plants.
Our Jalen Banks joins us live from the Bruce Company now with more on how an extended stretch of this warm weather could be a bad thing for our trees and gardens. Jalen?
Eric and Charlotte, I caught up with some experts today, and they tell me the recent warm-up isn't necessarily bad for our plants, but there is some danger that looms for our leafy green friends.
This week, southern Wisconsin is a lot warmer than usual, seeing temps in the 40s and maybe even the 50s. And with recent snow melting away, that has been good for our soil.
It was good that we got some moisture finally to help recharge our really dry soil from this past summer where we had this long extended drought.
But the recent warm temps could cause some early budding for plants like flowers and trees. And still being in winter months, a drop back into freezing temps could be bad for some plants.
At this particular time, they're probably not in too bad a shape, but 2 weeks of this stuff that we're going to have this week would not be a good thing, followed by sub-zero. A week we can probably tolerate, but long warm now, a couple of weeks followed by sub-zero would not be good.
So I caught up with Garden Center manager Lisa Briggs on how to protect your plants in the event we see frost creeping back into southern Wisconsin.
Other people use like floating row cloths, which are this really finely polyspun, like a sheet that you can put over your garden. If you have perennials that you really care about and that you're seeing a lot of development, just a pot upside down at night. What you want to do is keep the frost off is the trick.
And for your larger plants that can't be covered so easily, there's a way to protect them too.
So you can take some sharp pruners and you can go and clip some of those branches off where you see those buds starting to develop. Bring them in the house, put them in a vase, and then you can enjoy the flowers.
But most importantly, your hard work will endure no matter what.
And knowing that well-established, healthy plants are not going to be permanently damaged by this weather.
Soil experts tell me that ideally it would be nice for it to either stay warm till spring or we quickly get back down to our typical cool temps. Reporting in Middleton, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
All right, Jalen, thank you. We could be seeing record warm temperatures later this week. Gary now has our complete forecast.
Yeah, it's been mild really since that cold spell after the 2 winter storms in mid-January. Every day since then, temperatures have been above normal. 3 things you need to know. We've got fog in the forecast overnight into tomorrow morning, but then near record temperatures are expected from Wednesday through Friday, not only for warm high temperatures, but for warm overnight low temperatures. And then we'll also have some chances for rain showers, mainly Thursday into Friday morning. As far as the records are concerned, Wednesday, you can see our forecast high is 50, the forecast low is 33, and there are the records very close to them for Wednesday. Thursday will probably be our warmest day with a high 54. The record high is a little bit higher for 55, but again, we're going to be very close to that. The record warm overnight low temperature 42, also in jeopardy. And then as far as Friday, we might not be quite as mild, but still a high temperature of 48. The record high drops back to 50, so we're going to be close to that. And the record warm overnight low temperature right now is 40. I got a low of 43, so that could definitely be in jeopardy. Take a look at high temperatures today. East of Madison, cloud cover, temperatures in the 30s. A little above normal, but still much cooler than they are out to the west. La Crosse, 52. Dubuque, Iowa, 49. Waterloo, Iowa, 57. Same thing with Des Moines. Widen out the view here, and these are high temperatures across the country. This does not look like an early February weather map with temperatures 30s, 40s, and 50s. Really no cold air to speak of anywhere on there. But as we take a look at Weather Track, notice the upper level winds from west to east. That brings in mild Pacific air and not a lot of moisture. All of that is being wrung out in California as a strong atmospheric river continues to just kind of act like a fire hose and just pile the moisture up into Southern California and then eventually into the mountains of Eastern California
California, southern portions of Nevada have been hit hard as well. But as we take a look at current temperatures right now, Madison's dropped to 28. I think our temperature is going to hold nearly steady overnight. Farther out to the west, though, those temperatures are still in the 40s. As they cool down, we'll probably see some areas of fog form. You can see this on Future Track. That fog kind of develops from the east and pushes back toward the west, but things should start to clear out by tomorrow afternoon. Planning your night, temperatures in the mid to upper 20s by the time we start the evening, but notice they hold nearly steady or even rise a degree as that fog starts to develop and move to the east. So as the moisture condenses, that actually adds energy to the air and keeps our temperatures milder. Farther out to the west, where there might be a little less fog, maybe a little more clearing, eventually those temperatures may drop off a little bit more. So notice by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, temperatures about the same through southern Wisconsin, maybe a degree or two colder in areas that don't see fog, like out toward Boscoville and right along the Wisconsin River. Future Track visibility, this is right around midnight. Notice the fog thicker in the eastern portion of the area as opposed to out west. But by 7 a.m., notice visibility is about a half mile from Madison on toward the east, whereas not as much fog farther out to the west. And then again, that fog retreats. Sunshine starts to occur as we get toward noon. Planning your night across Dane County, low of 28 in Brooklyn, 28 in Stoughton, and 27 for the overnight low in Waterloo. Rest of southern Wisconsin, 29 for the low in Fond du Lac. Milwaukee, closer to Lake Michigan, stays at 33. And out to the west, 26 in Lone Rock. For tomorrow, fog will lift, then we'll see variably cloudy skies. It'll be milder with a high temperature of 46 in the first warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Again, flirting with records Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Chances of rain showers on Thursday. It'll be kind of windy as well. Friday, a chance of rain showers in the morning. Saturday, be dry. Temperatures start to drop back a little bit, but still stay above normal. Maybe a chance of flurries on Sunday. A chance of flurries south of Madison on Valentine's Day. By the end of the week, temperatures, at least high temperatures, a little closer to normal. Low temperatures will still be above normal.
All right, Gary, let's talk some baseball. Brewers announcing a state-of-the-art parking system at AmFam Field parking lots this year. There are two options for parking, prepaid or day of. Prepaid passes will be digitally delivered via the MLB Ballpark app. Fans will then activate their prepaid parking by simply typing in their license plate. Day of game passes can be made by scanning a unique QR code posted on signs in each lot. Fans will then type in their license plates and then pay via Apple Pay, Google Pay, or a credit card. Day of parking and prepaid parking sessions must be activated before entering the ballpark to avoid receiving a parking violation.
And still to come in sports, even if Wisconsin lost to Purdue, their championship hopes are still sky high. We'll tell you why next on News 3 Now at 6.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Save store-wide on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. We have the area's largest selection and lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's big pet care sale is going on now, and that means huge savings on the food, treats, and supplies you need to help keep your pets happy and healthy. Right now, get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan dog or cat food. Pro Plan uses advanced nutrition to create targeted formulas that help your unique pets thrive as they age and develop. So shop our assortment today and find the right Pro Plan formula for your dog or cat at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care, a framework for living well, windows to take in the beautiful future, and it's crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living, built with the help of angels.
Hi, I'm Gary Canolti, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Experience the Rhine River September 9th through the 20th. We'll cruise the scenic ride aboard a luxurious Amadeus cruise ship. Explore the splendors of Switzerland, Germany, France, and Amsterdam as we make our way down this spellbinding river. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
of Wisconsin basketball fans woke up today with some Purdue pain, hurt from yesterday's loss. But let's spin this in a different direction. Wisconsin really wasn't supposed to be a national contender this year, but suddenly it seems like they are. Even if a few shots didn't go their way yesterday, they battled against one of the nation's best teams down to the wire. And a little less than 6 weeks out from March Madness, games like yesterday's put Wisconsin in a better position to reach their own lofty goals.
Yeah, I think we're one of the best teams in the country. I mean, I think there's parity across college basketball. I think that's what you want, and you want to, play at a high level and compete with the best, with the goal that you want to be the best. It's not just about playing with them. You want to conquer them.
We got to sharpen it up, but we got a few things that we got to work on and tighten up, and that's what this is for. We want to be playing our best basketball in March.
Doc Rivers was hired as the Bucks head coach a little less than 2 weeks ago and was already named the East's head coach for this year's All-Star game. But how? Well, the coach is selected based off of win percentage. The Celtics have the best record in the East right now, but their coach is ineligible because he was the All-Star coach last year. So by default, Doc, who has won one game with the Bucks, will represent the East. And honestly, he's just as confused as you are.
That is ridiculously bad. It really is. Well, Adrian's going to get some money, that's for sure, and a ring. It's one of these quirky things. I think there should be a rule somehow that someone else does it other than me. Maybe I'll send my staff, and I'll go on vacation.
And a big weekend for Wisconsin women's hockey. Caroline Harvey, a big part of that. The WCHA Defender of the Week collected 3 points this weekend, including a game winner in overtime over St. Cloud State. It's the 6th time the Badger sophomores received a national award. Wisconsin remains as the nation's second-ranked team, entering their final road trip of the regular season against Bemidji State this weekend. And we are 65 days away from the Frozen Four in Minneapolis. This week's USCHO poll has the Badgers in prime position to make it all the way there. Boston dominates the top 3, with Wisconsin sitting at 4 atop the Big Ten with 8 games left in the regular season. And honestly, if Doc Rivers really doesn't want to do it, Gary, you could be the head coach for the All-Star game.
I'm a little short for that.
You really don't have to do anything. They are all pretty good at basketball. You don't have to coach much.
Let them play. First, I have to learn about basketball. Skies right now are partly cloudy in Madison. Not seeing any fog here. A little bit of fog starting to develop up in the Fox Valley over toward Oshkosh and Fond du Lac, and eventually that'll work its way down. Current temperatures, upper 20s to around 30 from Madison to the east. To the west, temperatures are still in the 40s close to the Mississippi River. Here in Dane County, 28 Madison, 31 in Middleton, and 32 in Mount Royal.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.